Well, this is an exclusive. I've just signed a contract today.
NDA's out the window, honey.
I'm good. I was happy to go home, if that makes sense.
Who was the shadiest queen?
Me and Chara thought we were lip syncing for the win.
I was
gagged
sure
that
they were going to
they
keep
did.
that in.
I didn't think they would air that.
But it's the season 6 group chat.
There's a group chat.
Let's see.
For me,
Let's start with, this is the most beloved season since season 2. There's no denying it. I would actually say it's the best season, but that's just me.
I mean, who watched season 2? That's the question.
not you.
Not me.
Pandemic keeping us at home. But what has it been like with the fan response? Because it's very rare for a season of a show to get universal acclaim like this.
I mean, it's been amazing. Just I've been obsessed with it, looking on IMDb and seeing how it's rated.
refresh.
No,
refresh.
fully.
Watching
It goes down 0.1 or goes up 0.1. It's like my entire day's shifted. It's amazing. But no, I'm pretty sure like Family Resemblance is like the highest rated RuPaul's Drag Race episode ever. And like we have like 3 of the top 5. So I've done my research. It really is a good season.
It's amazing. And to get this far in a show of this caliber is amazing.
Oh my god.
To get this far, but also be in a season which is getting that recognition, it just blows your mind. It's incredible.
And the feedback online, no one's really getting much negative. It feels
Yeah.
like a really celebratory season, which is lovely.
Yeah, even people loved Chanel. Like it was wild.
No, but
the comments.
but actually, it's such a good point that people loved how she was.
No, everyone was so
it's
lovable.
nice that everyone sort of has their fans, has the people that love what they do.
Yeah.
Especially when what you do is be a massive prick.
I am a Chanel stan.
No, me too. Chanel. Like, I'm Chanel stan.
I'm Team Chanel.
Yeah,
I am
fully.
Team
I
Chanel.
think without Chanel this season would have been so different.
Flawless.
Without all of you
It was
arbitrary,
needed.
but
It was needed.
she when she went home, I was like, well, what now?
Yeah.
But then we realised what now, there was actually a lot left to give. But when you were filming it, this is something I'm really interested in as a fan before a journalist or an interviewer or anything like that. Did you feel like this is fire? Like, were there moments where you were like, this is going to be amazing?
I mean, I think you don't quite know because, like, I mean, for a lot of us, I mean, Voix has been on TV before, but like us jumping in the season, you kind of have an expectation of like what it might be like. It definitely felt different. There was a very strong sense of camaraderie. But also I remember being like, ooh, the girls brought the fashion this time. Like you definitely could tell everyone like decided to like level up. And then, yeah, it's just amazing that now that's translating to like what we've now put out into the world now. It's stunning. It's an amazing season.
I think for me it was either the Rusical or Snatch Game where we were there and I was like, this is incredible. I was like, everyone is doing well. Like the caliber of talent is basically an all-star season. Like it's so good. There's so many challenges where so many people could have won. And like that never happens. Never happens. So I think, whilst filming those challenges, I was like, oh.
And even just like the challenges themselves, I just feel there's been such a step up from even past seasons. Like we've all watched past seasons and we've looked at some challenges and gone, I would not want to have done that. But literally every single one of the challenges, like you said, the Rusical, the acting challenge was fab. The Graham Norton show was such a great improv challenge. It was just really, really fab to be a part of all of it. And I'm literally so honoured to get to have done all the challenges.
And I think when you're in it, because it felt like that, you didn't know, well, does everyone feel like this on every season? Like, so you don't know that it's a super strong season, but you know that I couldn't call it. There wasn't a definite weakness where you're like, oh, well, they're terrible. I mean, I would name all of them, but I can't remember any of their names. That was what it is. You're just in a really strong cast, so you're aware that there's no weaknesses, but you didn't know it was going to be this much love.
Well, when we did our pre-season interviews, I think like a week before the first episode, I remember a few of you, I remember Voix especially said it, that there were new challenges, it was like something you've never seen before on the show, and as a viewer you never really know what that's going to be like. One of those, even though it was a challenge we've seen before, was Snatch Game, because this was a very different very different Snatch Game. Charity told me that she thinks she's broken the Snatch Game formula forever from doing Nadine as Mary Poppins as an audition.
Oh my god.
Unhinged. Let's talk Snatch Game. Let's just dive into that. What was?
I mean, it was iconic. What can I say? Let's talk about it.
Yeah. We're gonna start with you, Rileasa.
Yeah.
Shit.
What was that like?
I mean,
What was that?
Well, I mean, even to...
Rileasa, who did you play?
Well, that
Love
is a
to
good
know.
question. I would like to just confirm to the general public, I did not play Rihanna. I played Lil Sammy pretending to be Rihanna, which even now I'm not too sure what it is. But like, I think it was just one of those things where I went into that, and I think it does moments with Lavoie. I was like, babes, how do you be fucking funny? I don't know how to do this. I was like, because going into the show, I was like, that for me was the Goliath of like, I was like, I almost was like half, I'm like, maybe they just leave it till later and then I can go before. Like, it was really one of those things. When I got there and then I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And then Rue was like, maybe like don't do it. And I was like, okay, great, I won't do her. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. And it's like, okay, it's half an hour or two going on to the show. And like, so I didn't know who I was going in. Even now I don't know who I was. So when the questions were being asked, I was like, yeah, this is really fun. I'm just going to stay here and play my teddy bear. So yeah, it was one of those things I freaked the hell out going into. But like, she did it, and she survived.
You swung big. You swung big.
And I stuck with it.
At least it wasn't boring. Do you know what I mean?
At least it wasn't boring. I committed, and now
I agree.
it's I think it's just funny because the fan base clearly before, and oh my god, we're gonna get our first Rihanna on like thing, and I was like, I was like, let me just write this, and then when it actually happened, they were like, I think it was such an anticlimax for them, but. Okay.
You know what I think? I think you and Chanel should have swapped. I think Chanel should have done Rihanna and you should have done Coco Peru.
I don't know.
I kind of agree with that.
Which one would have worked?
That's why it's funny, yeah.
The
Maybe that's
thought
why
of
it's
you
funny.
in that orange wig being like, oh, I think you should have swapped.
Imagine.
At least give her a swap one with one that did well.
Let's see.
Another fun one.
Let's see.
But for me, that whole challenge, I would answer my question and I'd get a nice big laugh and I'd be like, am I going to win Snatch Game? And by the time we got to the end of the panel, I was sat there like, everyone was so strong. I just bloody hope I'm safe after that. But because between this one, Chara, and even Lil, they could all have won. I could not have called it. Like, so incredible.
I tweeted afterwards, I literally said, the fact that arguably could have been a 4-way Snatch Game win is wild. Absolutely wild. But yeah, to get to win it with my bestie was amazing.
Oh, it was my favourite day of the whole. Hang on. Yes! She's here! And to be here with everyone on Gay Star News! Because you're gay, I'm a star, this is not. Makes sense. It makes sense.
Well, I'm not gay.
Oh, I can't!
Who's that guy?
She's okay. No gay people here. Talking about filming it though, something I've always wondered is while you're filming it, by the way, I'm gay because I feel like I can see the comments turning, I'm scared a lot.
I was like, oh, maybe I'm going to get in. Being a heterosexual woman, I was suddenly interested.
There we go. But during filming of the show, do you have a gauge on if you are doing really well or not? Because like you said, you were kind of like, am I there, am I not, you know?
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not just Rue you can hear laughing. It's like you can tell, you can feel the laughter. You can feel when it's going well, and you can feel when there's not a laugh. In it, Rileasa.
I mean, I'm gonna take that.
But also saying that you don't know when you've done enough. So like you might get a big laugh on that question, but you don't know if like, oh, that's maybe safe. So when the questions keep coming, you feel like I've got to top it. So that's exhausting.
Yeah,
and Rue was dying at Octavia.
Oh my god,
True,
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't know. But everyone had funny moments. Everyone.
Yeah.
Well, except
You
Rachel
did.
Stevens.
I actually did, to be fair.
That was a left field.
Before we started filming, before the actual questions were asked, I think I was like, oh, I still don't know. And then she was laughing, and Snatch Game started, and I was like, fuck. So here we go. I had to get a laugh, and there's no one saw it. Thank you. Here we go.
Well, regardless of how anyone did in Snatch Game, it's been such an iconic cast. Maybe the most talented of the whole franchise, dare I say it.
Period.
When you got there and saw the lineup, because I remember when you walked in, a few people were like, I think, was it you? Someone said it's over for us ladies. Chanel said it.
Chanel,
So I was like, we're done. And wasn't she right? She's not here with us now. But did your perception of the lineup change as it went on and you sort of got more scared or less?
Yes, when I walked in, I was like, this is going to be a walk in the park. Turns out it wasn't at all. No, the people that I was surprised by the most every week was you and Chara. Also, just because we've spoken about this, but like at the beginning, and you spoke about it on the show as well, that you're kind of like, you like to feel out the room first and kind of like, you know, there's a lot of loud personalities, you'll kind of pull back for a second. So I remember in the first week just thinking, oh my gosh, she's so quiet. And then, also you panicking about everything every week. But and same with Chara. Chara would be like, I'm going home every single week.
Oh, every week.
Every single week. And it was just people that, people surprised me when they, you know, didn't think that they could do something, but then would do it and do it incredibly well.
Yeah. Like that acting challenge, Mike. You were incredible.
It's crazy though, because I think walking into the room, I kind of, like, I didn't know many people apart. I didn't know anyone really apart from
just
Kiki, and I'd worked with Marmalade before once. But like, I knew Kiki, So I was like, okay. Love you, baby. You're my sister, but you will literally kill me in a lip sync. Woo! Okay, great. But like, apart from that, I didn't know anyone. Everyone's like, oh my God, Lavoie. I was like, I don't. And I think there was a point where
you did, but that was quite nice
I was
for
like,
me.
hi, Lavoie. I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. And because everyone was so on edge, and I was like,
I think my biggest fear was walking in and actually there being someone I knew, and the fact that I walked in and I didn't know anyone was really, really nice. I actually quite, because it was like a clean slate. You could judge anyone. But I was really worried that no one would know who I am, because there's me in all the interviews going, well, I've been around for years. And if I walked in, everyone went, sorry, who are you? I would be like,
One of the recent challenges that I think is going to be the most memorable from this season was the roast. But something I just wanted to dive straight into because it was sending me when I was watching. Dita's face during...
I mean...
She wasn't happy, was she?
I mean, I did call her an old brick.
I did say her face was dry.
everyone went for her.
We did go in.
Apart from me, I didn't go for her.
I
but
said no,
went
she
for her.
cracked a little smile at
My
me.
favourite moment is when
that
you
was
get...
wind.
My favourite moment is when you stopped to give her a moment to speak.
Oh, stop,
and
I-
she didn't.
Yeah. We went, oh, Dita.
I mean, bless her. She was there because the contract said she needed
Oh,
to be.
God.
Clearly, the face was giving us nothing, was it? And she looks immaculate.
Yeah,
She's
amazing.
just so poised. She's like something from a 50s movie that's just plonked there. And there's also a slight fear when you're giving a joke to someone and they're giving you that back.
Yeah.
It's for someone, when you work with an audience, you would not pick on that person because, okay, they're not enjoying my show.
Yeah.
But in that moment, you've got to pick on you. That's the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, she gave us nothing. But we all just, everyone went for
Everyone
her.
went for her, bless her.
Well, I was going to ask you, were there any moments on or like off camera that didn't air, or maybe even since the season, where some of you spoke about it and you were like, "Oh, that was a bit much."
I think a lot happened in the reading challenge that got cut
Oh.
out a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
There was some real moments where we all went.
That was cut.
That was some horrific
Like
ones.
some really,
Like,
you
no.
can't laugh at that. That's
Like-
I think that's actually.
I was like,
it's verging on legal.
Yeah.
you're not getting a shot of me laughing at
Yeah.
that. You are not.
I was like,
Yeah, really
Yeah.
close to the line things, which
Yeah.
we won't even. You'll
You
never
you
know.
won't-
to
you'll
this
never
day.
know.
Literally take it to the grave.
NDA.
Yeah.
But
Take it to the
In-
grave.
Yeah.
Honestly,
some people are very
Stuff-
lucky.
Yeah.
Say that.
stuff
Yeah.
that makes my roast look like an inspirational
Oh, yeah.
speech.
Yeah,
Literally.
okay.
Let's just call it
And I
that.
think even in the jokes on the Graham Norton chair, there was some, because we did a few each of them.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure there was some on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we won't. Let's not mention. Let's not
Um,
mention
so
it to the.
to answer your question,
question.
yes.
Yes, yes, it's this at the top.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, something I spoke to Chanel about was, I know that she had like a moment on set where she basically just couldn't breathe in the Doctor Who costume on the week of her elimination. Were there any moments that you were just shocked that in the sort of 8 or so months since filming that you were like, oh my gosh, please don't let that air? You don't even have to say what the moments are, but were there moments that now you've seen most of the episodes, you're like,
Oh.
hallelujah.
Yes. It was one moment that I was dreading when we all went in and went round the table and we were just there and nothing happened. And I went, Chara, I love your outfit today. You look like a 3-year-old. And I remember just thinking, why did that come out of my mouth? And the room, like, on the show, it looked like everyone found it funny.
Yeah.
But in the room, I swear, it was like, what? And then we just went about our day, and I was like, please don't air that. That was absolutely horrific. Chara is an absolute angel. It just sounds like I'm bullying her, but they aired it. So, yeah.
I think Jerry Halliwell being a fascist was a worry for me.
Oh, yeah.
And that made it quite clear. I was a bit like, if that was a genuine reading, like when you're at school and they go, read this out loud in front of the class, and you're like, oh God, the pressure is awful.
Yeah.
And again, turning feminism to fascism. No, but I didn't realise I kept on reading.
Actually, also, my roast joke for RuPaul for getting our names. I was
gagged
sure
that
they were
made
going to
the
keep
air.
that in.
I didn't think they would air that.
But
Like, I was like, when I saw that, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, someone said it on it. Okay.
Oh, they kept Chris Jenner in for you, didn't
Oh
they?
my
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
that, because in the moment, that slipped out, because I thought it slipped out. And there was like a half second when no one said anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
Silence.
like,
We all
oh,
held that
Silence.
I messed this up. And then thankfully everyone laughed. And like, she was a what's the word?
Good sport.
She was a good
Yeah.
sport about it, which was great. But I remember walking off the runway and still feeling like stressed about it, going, God, I can't do that again. That was too close to
It
the
was
line.
so
so
tangible.
good.
Like the tension.
so
but
good.
literally, it was like half a second, but I feel like
Feel
everyone
out.
in the room went,
Oh.
and then it was like, oh, we can laugh. It's
It's
okay.
still stressing me out. So I'm glad it was shown, and
Yeah.
it was shown to be actually funny. And I think they cut out that little second
Yeah.
in between. But
Yeah.
oh,
The
that was I
awkward
risked my
man.
life there. And maybe that might be why I lost the challenge. Who knows? I think she held on to that for the roast. I
Yeah.
think that's what she had in her
She
mind.
waited for the
Remember
moment.
Yes.
Each week I've been interviewing the eliminated queen, and something I've been saying, and it's been a bit of a broken record, but it is true, is I've just been shocked that they're there. Not because I was expecting someone else, but just because, I mean, like you said, there's challenges where it could have been a 4-way win.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a challenge where it could have been a 4-way loss, you know what I mean? And other seasons you have seen that.
Yeah.
Were there any eliminations that shocked you the most?
I mean, yeah, there were quite a few, to be honest. Chara was one that really
It's a
shocked
family
me.
one. We didn't
On
think
the
anyone
runway,
would go
Chara
home.
got all positive.
Yeah.
Can I be honest? Me and Chara thought we were lip syncing for the win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We thought we were lip syncing for the win,
Yeah.
and then I was
But you
like,
could
"Oh,
have
I
been.
won! Amazing!"
What
Sorry,
was
babe.
that? Was that family resemblance?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
'cause
absolutely.
No one got
not
negative.
single.
No one.
I'm
No.
pretty sure, like, again, it's like the only time that's happened on Drag Race. It's
Yeah.
not a finale.
Yeah.
Like, not a single negative critique.
Yeah.
So we were in Antarctica, like, oh, it's a lip sync for the win. Nobody's going home. Like,
Yeah.
let's have some
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
And then we went back out, and they're like, Chara, you're in the bottom two. And we're like,
Yeah.
what? Did we miss something?
It's so wild.
Crazy.
Because literally the only thing that ever was thing I remember is was it Graham who was there said, oh, the color was garish.
Yeah.
About Chara.
But, you
And
know-
then for me it was like the dress was too short. But also the funniest thing was on set. I was like, oh wait, I didn't really I put it down. It's actually the right length. So like, but it's funny how like that was the only thing they had that was negative.
Yeah.
But they had to obviously put somebody in like the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah.
And I was on chopping block yet again.
Yeah.
But it's fun though.
And I think what was a sad one because she's so loved was Lil. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, but I
Yeah.
think, and you know, and obviously I want you here as well.
Yeah,
to be honest,
yeah,
too.
very
But I
big,
think
yeah,
what
it's
she had
definitely
going
one of
against was that the gimp mask. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't do any
Yeah.
facial acting
Yeah.
or performing at
She
all.
did way
It's
more
like,
than I
take it
thought
off.
she
Yeah,
could.
yeah, yeah.
I
And
thought
that
she was
take
going
it
to
off.
die.
Yeah. I was like, oh, she's actually like,
Yeah.
I'd be dead within a minute.
I mean, she had tiny nose holes. She had that much lip filler. She
Yeah.
could barely breathe through the mouth hole.
Yeah.
You know, and she's there going.
Yeah.
Next to me, she's dribbling all down the gimp mask. I'm like, gosh, she's got like minutes left. Rue, make
Yeah.
your decision.
Yeah.
Oh, bless.
That was a hard one.
Kiki shook me up as well.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
shock. That
Yeah.
was a really shocking one. I
Yeah.
was surprised
I
by
know.
I was
that.
very emotional for that one.
Yeah.
Bless her.
Were there any episodes you think should have been a double save after the lip sync?
Double save.
Kiki and Octavia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
So
about that lip
Yeah.
sync every
Yeah.
single day since we got back
Yeah.
from filming.
Interesting.
Wow, she's
Literally.
got nothing on.
I am
Wow.
obsessed. Yeah, literally, it's just
Yeah,
on loop
such
in my
an
brain.
iconic
I'm just
one.
like, let's dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so good. Should have been a double save.
That would have been a double.
And there were probably
For sure.
others as well. But that's the one that
I
sticks
think the
out to
one,
me.
the Princess Diana one, where you just look like a,
Oh
a
my
Golden Girls
God.
mashup. It was just it's like two grannies dancing to tango at the end of a wedding. It was just brilliant.
Yeah.
All I can remember is
I remember
only
going,
active. Yeah.
I was like, I do remember that in the film.
But we've
Yeah.
seen all this like about shit like
Honestly.
day one of adult jazz.
From
It was
the
just
back,
hilarious.
that was the most like fever dream moment
couldn't
from
stop
filming.
laughing.
It was seeing
No
that
one
from the
wants
back.
to do a lip sync dress.
It was.
I know.
It's when they were stood there waiting to go, and I was like, "Well, I know what song's about to play.
Yeah.
Do they know what song's
so
about
weird.
to play?"
Also,
So
it's that Octavia looked like
Has
she just
someone
looked like a
told Beverly
granny
Knight?
from the back. She just looked like an Anne that just wandered onto set. Somebody
Yeah.
said that, I
It was
think.
so
But it
funny.
was literally, it was the most surreal.
So surreal.
Bizarre.
Well, Rileasa, I want to ask you something.
Yeah, talk to me, darling.
Baby, you have fought for your life. Like
Baby.
like Sydney Prescott in a screen film
Baby,
to get to
it's
the
been
end of this.
freaking Tomb Raider out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How has that been to be in the bottom but still make it this far? Because it's not like you're in the bottom for doing an awful job. This is what we've been saying, you know what I mean?
I think for me, it's also, and also it's in the spaces and places where I expected it. So like, I think that's the thing. You come into the competition, you know what your strengths are.
Sure.
And like there, for me, it's like Snatch Game was like, I literally from this time, it said Snatch Game, she was just lip sync. Like, there's no need to do this. Like, it's, and I think it was kind of those things like, I remember getting to that final, like semi-final lip sync. And like, genuinely, and I'll say this with my heart, from the moment I saw my sister on the show, I was like, I'm good. I was happy to go home, if that makes sense. But then something in that last moment was like, hold up a minute, I could literally be in the final. Like, it's literally like just around the corner. I was like, it's a Becky Hill song. I was like, I know this song. Like, it's the only song I freaking knew the words for. And I was like, Lil has a gimp mask.
Yeah.
I think I might have a chance. Like, you know, it was honestly, it was just one of those
And
things.
then
where I
just put
was
your
like,
fingers in her nose
I was
holes.
like, universe. Honestly, I was like, universe, I hear you. Thank you. Like, but obviously, I was one of those things. It was super sad. So like, the weird thing I would say, which I think most people don't really understand, is like we lip sync for our career. That's like something.
Sure.
I mean, sing. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
I just need to clarify that.
It's okay. I didn't ever need to. So it's fine.
But like, it's one of those things where like it was the weirdest thing doing a lip sync when you know that not are you just saving yourself, but you're sending someone else
Yeah.
home. Like it was
Yeah.
the most bittersweet. Like sort of situation. Like never did I come up being like, oh my god, I'm so happy. All I could think about is like that person had to go home. And for all the people I sent home, like it's just like it was very emotional. So like
Yeah.
as much as I think from the fan base where it's like, oh my God, yeah, lip sync, part of me was probably even holding back because I was like, actually kind of being apologetic for the fact that I am possibly going to send somebody home. Like I'll be more at ease with going home myself, which sounds really weird because then you don't have to hold the burden of like, okay, I just crushed your dream, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think the hardest one for me was Chara because that day was just so emotional. And like also the other thing, knowing like, your mom is actually watching this.
Yeah.
And then, but also in my heart, I was like, my sis is also watching this, and I didn't want her to feel like, oh, I'm in the bottom because of her. So I was like, sorry, Chara, I have to like kind of like, but it's just one of those things that I did not like lip syncing because there's always a bit of sweet experience. But she got to the end.
And it's also, there's like sort of like a weird sort of, you owe it to the other person to put up a good fight.
Definitely.
You know, you owe it to Chara to sort of give her a run for her money because she if she's going to stay, she wants to stay because she's won. But also, people forget that the lip sync is also another aspect of drag talent, another opportunity to display that, especially for you, someone who is so bloody fantastic at it. I would have been disappointed if I didn't get to see you lip sync. I would have been fuming.
And it's weird. It's one of those things like I almost think like at this point of the show, it's you kind of know what. If you go into a show like this, I feel like because you're not really guaranteed how far you get. Like if you're a lip syncer, you almost want to be in the bottom because you're like, okay, hey, this is what I do. If you're like a fashion queen, you want to get to a fashion episode. If you're like a comedy queen, you want to get to a comedy episode. Like for me, I was like, I just lip sync. So
you had.
I was like, let's go. The most comfortable I was in Snatch Game was singing that song at the
But it's
end.
true. You want to feel like you put up a fight. You don't want to let someone else have it.
absolutely.
Everybody's been like episode 1. You know, I learned that the hard time because I let Kyran win that. So I learned big time.
Do you know what I did love watching that back though? Because obviously you don't see each other when you're doing it. Is you going ooh la 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 voix.
Yes,
But not just once, about 20 times. I did it.
Because
it's the only funny lyric.
I was like, I have to do it again.
Well, this brings us nicely to our first game. It's called, well, I played this in American. Someone told me it's called Superlatives. We're going to call it that. I have no idea if it's called that.
It's a lovely woman.
Well, yeah, what season is she on?
It's maybe a drag name, I don't know. It's basically like most likely to, and you hold up the card of the person that you think it is.
So many cards.
So you've got one for each person. You do have yourself. I'm going to ask you to not use yourself much if you can avoid. You also get one Shaka Khan hall pass. If there is one that you do not want to set, you can Shaka Khan yourself out. But you get it once. Okay.
Most likely to slip in the shower.
Most likely. Who can it be? The first one is, who was the fashion queen of the season?
Now, not the fascist queen.
No.
Where's Jerry?
I am going to be so
Well,
fuming
these
if
actually in my
anybody has
season.
any other picture.
I don't recognise half of these people. That's it, lovely.
Everyone ready?
Yes. Yeah.
Reveal. Da-da-da.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Only because I think, if you're thinking fashion, like high fashion runway, like really, really kooky, that's bonkers.
She was so out of the box every week.
But I would never wear any of her stuff. But I wouldn't get my leg in yours. I would wear yours if that's a compliment.
No, it is both of you. Like both of your looks had me gasping basically every time we lined up.
She was the one I was like looking at, being all right, bitch, what you got for me this week? Come on,
that
toe to toe.
The Doctor Who look, I'll think about forever.
And you know, it's always mentioned about how you played a lot of sort of male characters.
Yeah.
She also did a lot of really androgynous male drag.
Mm.
Like the Oasis look and then the Doctor Who look. She had similar, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Androgyny, honey.
Well, next one is, who was the funniest queen this season? This doesn't necessarily mean challenge. This can be just behind the scenes as well. You can include challenges. This is up to you.
It's a lot of admin, isn't there?
There is a lot of admin.
It's a lot of admin work.
Well, it's like, I turn it around, it's just my tax return.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
Reveal. Oh, okay, we've got 4 complete. Okay,
I did a duo.
Okay.
Oh, I was going to say you can't choose yourself. I just chose myself.
It's like, you can't do that.
Gorgeous. I don't think these ones even need explaining. I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
I see it. Not sure about LeVar, but yeah, no.
It's not me on that picture.
Okay, the next one is, which 2 queens gave the best lip sync of the season?
Oh, God.
Okay,
Yes.
reveal when you're ready.
This is going to be the
Everyone's ready?
same.
I think everyone's going to got the same.
Oh, look at that!
Full house.
There he is.
That's thank goodness. I know it's
Yeah.
fun. I thought Dita was great.
My favourite lip sync was Tension by the House of Zen.
How funny we all picked Dita and Beverly Knight at the same time.
Oh my god.
Okay, who was the dark horse of the season?
Ooh.
Oh God, I'm just gonna. Yeah, okay. This. No. Oh,
Oh.
God, help. Abort. Where's the crystal? Come
She
out.
clearly
Come out.
wasn't
Is this your Shaka Khan moment?
No. I can
No.
do this. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's all right.
Okay,
Paying
ready?
attention
We
to
can
it.
reveal.
Right.
Chara Chara.
Oh, definitely.
She had a very upward.
I think
it
she
was
even
like
surprised herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she really did.
I mean, she
Yeah.
didn't say boo to the judges for literally the
But
entire,
like ages.
like almost
I
6
know.
weeks.
Ages.
Yeah, that bit was shook. I think the judges have forgotten. I won't do the accent. I think the judges have forgotten that I'm here. Was a bit
Yeah.
like, oh, that's really sad.
Yeah.
I think Ruth thought she was there for the meet and greet.
Oh my god.
But then that Snatch Game,
Ruth
when we
thought
sat
she was-
next to her for Snatch Game, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you're bringing this.
Yeah.
You're
Oh.
bringing
Yeah,
this.
so
She's
good.
hilarious.
She surprised me so much. Like
Okay.
the musical as well.
the
What
rules
the
called.
heck?
Yeah.
I didn't agree
Yeah.
with her bottom placement for Kylie Minogue. I'm going to speak my truth. I didn't-
No.
I
Didn't
didn't
agree with
I
that.
didn't
Yeah.
think
I
there
thought
need-
she'd won. Sorry, I'm sorry.
I don't think
Yeah.
there needs to be a bottom three.
There didn't need to be. There
definitely
didn't need
not.
to be.
No.
Definitely not.
But here we are.
Yeah.
Who was
Okay.
the shadiest queen?
Oh.
Oh.
I want to see how this has changed because I did ask you this all pre-season, but now
I think
the
I
episodes
said
have
the
aired.
same thing.
Everyone locked in?
Right, yeah.
Okay, reveal.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
She got a
my!
beat.
I almost went there.
Yeah.
But isn't that a
Oh.
skill? Considering she said 3 words, we've all voted
I
for
know!
changes. And that's
Wow.
a selective 3.
This is a shock because the pre-season everyone said Miss Marmalade.
Me.
Yeah.
But have the episodes changed your?
I think
I remember
I think
more.
it's purely the hardness of the aesthetic. A great
Yeah.
example, Michelle Visage, gorgeous woman. Because she has that such hard, polished exterior, everyone thinks she's naturally a bitch. And I think
Yeah.
because she doesn't say much, but it's the look, you feel like she's judgy all
Yeah.
the time.
I
that's
think
what it
it's
is.
the season 6 group chat. No, she's a very funny shady lady.
There's a group chat.
Yeah, you're not.
Oh shit, we need to add Lamar.
Oh.
But when you get a phone,
When I get off my
you can't add a landline. to WhatsApp.
So right.
That was a very good one. Very
Thanks,
good. Which of the queens you can include yourself? Because even if you win, you can still do All Stars. Which queen do you think is most likely to return one day and win an All Stars season?
Ooh.
Can I pick less than one?
Those nails, Kyran
I know.
nails, the death of us.
No.
Wait. Wait.
Nails on Drag Race is the most stressful. Oh my god. On a runway day, I just get my nails. And every time someone picks up, I've just lost a nail.
Backstage one pings off.
You need an entire running team for nails.
Yeah.
It was
It
so
will.
stressful.
Everyone ready? Reveal.
Yes. How many? Do you
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so I've gone for 2. Obviously, she'll return but won't stay. And then Chanel, I think she will bring the drama, and I think she's learned so much from this season in
Yeah.
terms of what she needs to prep outside of
I see
the
that.
comments.
I think she had so much more than she realised she had.
Agreed.
So much more than she realised. So I think when she realised that, you're
Yeah.
dead on.
I said Lavoie, but that was just a joke about you losing. And then I went to Lil as well because I think she is just
Yeah.
she's just so
Yeah.
well rounded, and I feel like
Yeah.
once she gets choreography down, she'll be unstoppable.
Yeah.
Chuffed as a butty.
Chuffed
You
as a
were gonna
boy.
hold one up then.
I'm alright.
I don't know who I would
Who would
pick.
you pick?
See, I just feel like Saki just didn't get a chance.
Zach,
And
you
I've
get a
seen it.
chance.
I quickly this word. I'd never seen her perform, and I saw her perform after, and I was like,
Oh,
too.
"Oh, you'd have
Yeah. Very
you'd have
good.
brought it
Me
for
too.
lip
she
sync."
can dance.
So I was like, she would. Yeah, I'd be intrigued.
I think my pick is also Chanel.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think Chanel, as a viewer, got in her own head.
yeah,
And I think if Chanel couldn't really realise how funny and lean into that, and
Yeah.
yeah.
because her looks were fat, like there was nothing down
Yeah.
on that. It
Yeah.
was just about. I think she held herself back at times. That's just my
Yeah.
opinion.
I think honourable mention Octavia.
Octavia
Yeah.
definitely got
And
it. Yeah.
anyone.
I actually
Or
do think
the
literally
entire cast.
All Stars is going to be season 6.
Yeah, literally. Season 6, part 2.
All Stars
And
gonna be
All
season
Stars
6.
will be-
Okay, we've only got a few more, so let's do.
Okay.
This one's a bit shady. Who's the most likely to blame it on the edit?
Oh, okay. No, I'm not even changing my cards.
Wait. Oh my god.
I'm not on the edit.
Saki, she's like, I was in it until episode 8. I never slipped in the shower.
Yeah.
Are we all locked in?
Oh, I mean, I guess so.
Okay, reveal. Oh, Marmalade.
Yeah.
Oh, Chanel. Oh, Chanel.
I don't even think it's necessarily true though, because I feel like she really.
I think she owns it.
I think she did own it. She did own it.
Yeah.
Who was the mother figure of the season? Or auntie, if you like that.
Well, I suppose I'm going to have to do this. For God, where is she? Where is...
That was Octavia.
Thank you. Yeah,
That was Chanel.
thank you.
And then this
Second
one
the
is called
grandkids.
Dita.
Is this the cast of Emmerdale? Right.
Everyone locked in?
Yeah.
Okay, final reveal, let's go. Oh.
Aww.
Ah,
Aww.
look at that.
What did you do to Marmalade, LeVar?
She said I wasn't the fashion queen.
She's bitter about it.
Love that.
I didn't ever come in with that intention. Like,
No.
you don't. No one I think no one wants to be seen as that sometimes on a TV show because it makes it seem a bit naff or a bit dated. But I think it was lovely that that's how it felt. So
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome, Mama.
So let's talk a little bit about the diversity of this season. It's the most diverse UK season we've had, and I think it's really the first season that's fully shown a lot of what the UK drag scene has to offer, because it's one of the more diverse in the world, let's be honest. What is the power of a show like Drag Race in 2024? Because the world has had a lot of turmoil, and we don't need to get into that, but let's speak a little bit about what the show still has.
There's just so much. There's so much. Firstly, there's so much going on in the world right now. Like you said, we're not going to get into it, but in terms of all this horrible rhetoric that's being spat by everyone from the far right, and I feel like our season in particular, we have somebody from every single area of the UK. We have St. Lucia, Philippines, Australia, Cardiff. I feel like we have...
The UK is represented.
Ever in the UK, St. Lucia.
The colonized.
we represent so many walks of life and so many different types of people, and I feel like that's such a huge reason and testament to why our season's so successful.
Yeah.
And I feel like we are a very diverse season, but we can always push for more diversity.
Totally.
I think, like, you know, testament to what is important about the show is like the family challenge. I think that's why something like that resonated so much. I feel like there's, again, beyond the glitz, the glamour, the hair, the da-da-da, it's like, yes, there's also the idea of us as adults who are literally just playing around. But like, it's also just reminding, again, for people seeing themselves and also remembering that you can be a support for someone who's queer. And most people know someone, whether it be a family member or someone close in their life, a friend. And I think episodes like that, why they resonate is because it's so important that we touch on those topics.
I sort of think the power of drag that people always recognise is authentically doing yourself and doing what you love in the face of whatever. And I think Drag Race is sort of the example of that. I mean, like you said, in a world where it feels like everything is going downhill and rolling back, Drag Race is that one thing that's still growing, still getting bigger. There are new franchises every year. There are more queens. There are more challenges. There's prize money now. There's like, it's getting bigger and bigger, and it's sort of being that affront to that sort of right-wing side. And that's what drag's always been. So it only makes sense that Drag Race also exemplifies that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think just the fact that this season has so much heart, I think is amazing. And entertainment, I think the reason why people have loved this season is because everyone has been so blooming talented in every single challenge. So it doesn't just rely on the bitchiness of a group of gay men in a room talking about makeup. It transcends that. You know, and also, you know, me going on the show, it gives older acts a chance. And also by Drag Race, keep going, we're giving RuPaul work. And I think that's important.
That's the most important aspect of being honest.
The older acts, you know, the pension will be soon drying up. You know. He's replacing franchises left, right, and centre. He'll be in a home soon with a button to help. Push my badge.
No, the makeover episode especially was very. I don't think I've ever seen something like that on TV. The makeover episode, it was unreal.
And that's just Kyran's outfit.
Oh my god, they were so uncomfy.
Before we wrap, something that I've really loved about the season is I feel like certainly for the Fun Four, everyone's really had their moment on the show. You know, we've seen your abilities as a seamstress, you as a comedian and as a host, Rileasa turning it up at every opportunity, and Kyran, what has been
I was hoping you'd. I was hoping you wouldn't be able to think of something.
No. I've just known Kyran for a little bit longer, so I'm going to give you that. But no, jokes aside, I think everyone's had like for me, it's been your impersonations and your characters. I think are just so that could be its own West End show, right? What are you going to do with all of these abilities you've taken from the show now that you've got this platform? What's next?
Well, what you said, West End.
Yeah,
West End, I want to do as
can.
the biggest and best shows that I can. Put the money into it, invest, do more film, TV. I want you to not be able to walk down the street without seeing me.
Well, right now that's pretty
That's
achievable.
very
Regardless of whether you like it or not, regardless of whether you scream.
Even if you move to St. Lucia, you'll still see it.
I might not be able to see you, but I will be
You
able
can
to
smell
you.
me.
No, it's definitely been. I think one of the things discovering on the show is kind of music a little bit more. I feel like I've had a little bit of a calling to it, but now I feel like it's definitely drawing me, so I'm gonna definitely go into music, and that's definitely coming along. And also, and I said it before, and I gotta say it again, and now it's on TV or whatever this is, YouTube. I don't know. But like, I am not one to be defeated by something, so I am going to do a comedy course and do a stand-up set for 10 minutes.
Are we
next
all
year.
invited to that 10 minutes?
No, but I will post the best bit. Okay, thank you. Here we
Best
go.
bits
But
coming
that's my
soon.
challenge for next year. I'm going to do that because I refuse to be defeated by that.
As you shouldn't be. What about you guys?
Well, this is an exclusive. This is something I've just signed a contract today.
Ooh.
I've just signed a massive deal with Sky Television.
Wow.
Thank you.
Amazing.
It's £39 a month. And it covers all the movie channels and the sports
I
channels as well.
hate
So
you.
it's exciting.
I can't this bitch, you know. I
walked into that.
we were like, I was
Why
like,
did we all fall for
I can't
that?
believe I trusted
We were having the nice
No, I'm
moment.
sorry. I was sorry. And also, what I will say, what I will be doing moving forward is always looking out for my sisters. So, for example, Kyran, your hat fell off about 30 seconds into the
nobody
interview.
told me!
I'm telling you,
Nobody
remember
told
that.
me.
Remember that.
back
It
of
looks
your head.
beautiful on the back.
Thank you. It's the feeling that counts.
I am screaming.
Oh my
I
God.
hate
That
you
was
so
very
It's
good.
much.
we were in.
We were all
Oh my God,
invested.
like, what are you doing?
Kyran's face was like when I won the 4th bat. She was like,
No, that's when I realised it had fallen back, and I was like, you know what? It's there now. It's just a nice pillow.
I actually drank that.
We drank the Kool-Aid.
So-
And Mum, how about you? Are we going to be getting a collection?
Well, this is the goal. I'm really looking at how I can expand Marmalade into a brand.
jam.
Into a jam. Expand it into a brand, you know, creams, jams.
Yeah.
Not just toast, you know, scone, bread, buns,
The whole
Big,
shebang.
big, big.
Full baker.
But no, really look at how I can make Marmalade into something that is drag, but more than drag.
Yeah.
And I think that definitely starts with fashion, with clothing. Sewing for me started out as a necessity, just for me to have the things I wanted. And watching it back on the show has really sort of made me fall in love with that side of myself and be. Actually, when you step back from it, be really proud of it. Because it's always just been me going, right, how do I get from point A to point B? But yeah. It's been cool to sort of realise, God, I really am passionate about that. So it's everything and everything, and a Sky TV contract as well.
Yeah.
I'll give you the password.
Well, listen, thank you so much for coming
Thank you
in.
for having us.
Congratulations on the best seasons we'll probably ever have of the show.
Yeah.
Unless we get season 6, part 2, the remix.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
down.
the
remix.
The remix, the ignition.
I'm excited to see the comments under this because I've been watching your exit elimination ones, and everyone in the comments is like, "Oh, Conor's so hot."
There have been a few. I mean, now they get to see me in real life. Who knows how
Now you said you've straight, you've lost all control.
Exit that real thing. I am gay, don't worry.
Sorry.